The worst lyrics of all time. Introduction. Musicians train for many years to perfect their art, playing guitar in their bedrooms, piano in the dining room, or drums in the garage, then write beautiful melodies and quirky nuances for a lazy lyricist to come and trample all over with their inexplicable verses or illogical choruses. Lyrics can be beautiful, poignant, touchy, funny, full of emotion, and talk to you about your life, your feelings, give you comfort, trigger better memories, and help you through the darker times. Sometimes, though, they can be downright awful, annoying, nonsensical, full of wild claims that can't be backed up with science, full of metaphors that are worse than a sock on a table, and these people get paid thousands, sometimes millions for their art. This book is a way to get even with those who have put little or no thought into providing us, the listener, with words so poor, ill thought out, full of awful rhymes, or so full of ridiculous claims, we cannot contain ourselves any longer. It's a bit like waiting for a bus that's late. You have a bit of a moan about it with those around you. Doesn't help or make the bus turn up any sooner, but you feel a bit better, and those around you get to nod, purse their lips, roll their eyes, and mutter their agreement. So, if you're like me, if you think some lyricists are just lazy or deliberately write tosh because it happens to fit the melody and get paid for it, then come and join me on a journey through popular music's more artless holes and passages so we can have a bloody good moan about it without really changing anything. The 1950s and 1960s. The popular music charts began in 1940, when the popularity of a song was gauged by the sales of sheet music. We can all agree that there's plenty of sheet music around these days, but it all seems to get in the charts somehow. The music magazine Billboard had the idea of compiling a chart based on sales, which was then updated in 1952, when someone decided the best way to listen to music was to get someone else to play it and sing it and put it on a kind of plastic disc so you could listen to it wherever you liked instead of having the band come round and perform the song in your front room. Back then, it was called the Top 12. 12 songs compiled by ringing 20 record shops to find out what the best-selling songs that week were. Here in My Heart by Al Martino was awarded the top spot, a song about ventricles, probably, and began the tradition of listing things for no reason. Other magazines got involved, and by 1955, based their charts on postal returns or telephone polls. Then album charts started somehow, and the NME, Record Mirror, and Melody Maker were all getting involved. The upshot was people were being told what everyone else thought was good music, namely the public, and the radio stations and the record stores, but, well, mainly the latter two. Didn't seem to matter what the singers were waffling on about, songs about how love hurts or how love is the greatest thing ever. Using lyrics written with crayons were flying up the charts and making songwriters stupidly rich. The 60s is probably best known for twangy guitars and tinny production of rock and roll, beat and pop music. The Beatles were the forerunners, of course, making monks' haircuts fashionable for the first time since the Vikings invaded. The Monkees tried to copy, but only 2 of them had a monk's haircut and so were doomed to failure. Skiffle became a novel way of utilising old kitchen equipment and brought success for the likes of Lonnie Donegan. Liverpool was a hotbed of music, with over 2 bands touring the local clubs and ballrooms using Buddy Holly as inspiration. The Beatles got good in 1962 and allowed other bands who wanted to be them, but weren't quite good, to get in the charts too, such as Jerry and the Pacemakers, the Searchers and the Swinging Blue Jeans, getting their band name from the contents of their washing line on a windy day.